What up, YouTube? Blaze One Sports, and today we got some bad news about the Oakland Athletics. About a week ago, they were talking about the Oakland Athletics are going to move. Um, we've been hearing this for years now. I remember, I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago, they were talking about the Oakland Coliseum had sewage coming up from the bathrooms and like the out in the field, the seats, like wherever there was drainage, the sewage was coming up. Oakland Coliseum is known as one of the worst stadiums in all of sports. It's 55 years old, and it was built originally for the Oakland Raiders. When the Oakland Athletics came over from Kansas City, they moved into the ballpark. But that ballpark, the Oakland Coliseum, is not for baseball. It has the most foul territory out of all the stadiums, which means easier for anybody to make an out, but the fans are pushed further back from the action. In the beginning, the catcher's backstop was pushed back an extra 30 feet, but then they stopped that because it was easy for the base runners. So this field is basically a football field, and they threw a baseball team in it. Throughout the years, even for the Raiders would have trouble playing in this stadium because they said the baseball players or whatever, just from them sharing the field, would mess up the field for both teams. Like the Raiders and the Athletics would both have trouble with holes on the field or whatever. This stadium, the owner of the Oakland Athletics is a cheapskate. They let all their players go. They get all these good players coming through their organization, and they let them all go because they make that excuse of Moneyball, saving money. But don't you want to sell any jerseys? You know what I mean? Like, don't you want to sell some merch, win some World Series, do something? They had Jason Giambi, Johnny Damon, just to name a few. Pitchers like Tim Hudson, Barry Zito. They like the Oakland Athletics have like, when I think about it, they have like, not that those players are Hall of Famers, but they've had lots of Hall of Fame players and lots of really good players come through their organization, and they're highly underrated. I mean, just the list goes on, the names that came through the Oakland Athletics organization. And what's sad is all the new names coming up, they're most likely going to get rid of them too because of Moneyball, because the owner's cheap. So, Oakland Coliseum, 55 years old, around 55 years old, a little older. Bad stadium. A couple years ago, like I said, when the sewage was coming up and everything, they were talking about moving. They should have moved by now or got a new stadium. I don't want to see them relocate because there's a lot of history there with baseball in Oakland. The Oakland Athletics are a good franchise. They're a historic franchise. I'm an Angels fan, but I still respect the Athletics. Like I said, they got good players coming through. They got a good organization. They know how to coach. They know how to bring up their prospects. They know how to scout. One of the best scouting teams is the Oakland Athletics with their pitching. Every year they're bringing up Cy Young winners. So the rumor is if they don't get a new stadium by, I think, the end of next year, they have to stay here for another year, I think, or two. And if they don't get another stadium by that time, then they're going to leave. And they're going to either go to Montreal, Portland, or Vegas, to name a few teams. Now, if they do get to leave 100%, if they get to choose, they're going to Vegas because all the money's out in Vegas, you know what I'm saying? So why wouldn't you go out to Vegas? The Oakland Raiders went out to Vegas, and look what they did. They made money. So if they do get to move, they're going to Vegas. Most likely. Who knows where they're going to go, but that would be my first choice. Rich town, rich city, whatever. Opposed to Montreal or Portland, where I'm sure there'll be good teams. But the money's in Vegas, so they'll move to Vegas. Probably A's fans will probably want to move to Portland because it's closer, but we'll see. Really, I hope the A's stay in Oakland and Vegas gets an expansion team, or they get the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Oakland does need a new stadium. The stadium's trash. I don't know why they stayed there for so long. And maybe that's the reason why you really never hear of big name free agents wanting to go to Oakland. Because if I was a player, I wouldn't want to play in Oakland. Not in that stadium. The history is rich, but the stadium's garbage. Like I said a couple years ago, they were talking about the sewage coming up, and then you just forget to hear all about that. The stadium has been reinvented. What's that called? The stadium's been like rebuilt, renovated multiple times, but the stadium's still trash. But there is some nostalgic history there. I think the Oakland Raiders won 2 Super Bowls there. The Oakland Athletics won 4 World Series there. But it's just time to go. So what do you guys think? I know baseball fan 75 is an Athletics fan, so he must be. I wonder how he feels about this. I would love to see Oakland get a new stadium. It would be a shame if they leave, but nowadays it's all about money. So everyone wants to play in LA or Vegas. So what do you guys think? If they do move, I want to see them go to Vegas because Vegas will get a team here pretty soon. And this is coming up. They have to make a decision now. Are they going to stay and build a new stadium or are they going to leave? It's looking like they're not going to get their stadium though. For whatever reason, it has to be voted on, but it's looking like they won't get it. They want a new downtown waterfront stadium. I've seen it. It looks pretty nice. So hopefully they get it. If not, they got to go because I wouldn't stay there. City doesn't want to give you a new stadium, then leave. It's not a baseball stadium. The lease is almost up. There's too much foul ball territory. The fans are far from the action. The cheap owner always gets rid of the stars, doesn't want to pay them. So what do you guys think? Would you like to see Oakland leave or do you want to see Oakland stay? Me, as a baseball fan, I want to see Oakland stay. I want to see them get their new stadium. I'm tired of teams leaving, chasing the money. I know it's a business, but you got to please the fans. The fans really don't care about the money, the business side. Do we? I don't. We care about who's on the field. So Oakland A, stop getting rid of all your talent. Get a new stadium. Spend some of that money. So what do you guys think? Are the Oakland A's going to leave? Are they going to stay? Are they going to get that new stadium? What do you guys want to see them do? Thoughts, comments, questions, opinions in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Oakland A's, are they leaving or staying? Blaze One Sports.